fight from within. You're about to go behind enemy lines.
Roger, 3-2. Goliath copies all. Go ahead. Target is surrounded by multiple firms entering what appears to be a residential area. Requesting permission to engage.
From the People's Republic of New York City, you're now going behind enemy lines with Gene Baradelli and Russ Gallo. And you are now behind enemy lines. Hey there, how you doing, America? Gene Baradelli here with you on a beautiful day in the People's Republic of New York City. Check us out online at www.behindenemylinesradio.us. Russ Gallo is in the hizzy tonight after, we're going to call it a furlough upstate. How you doing, pal?
We're going to make the radio show great again, Gene.
Here we are. We're going to make it great. Thank God you're back. I didn't know what else to say. I had to take a week off because I was running out of stuff to say. But I'm glad you're back with us, man. You missed quite a bit, by the way.
I heard that there was like some conventions going on and
like
Zika
protests. There's an Olympics going on. I got suspended on Facebook for tagging people too many times tonight.
I was just going to say, I heard you ruined Facebook for everyone else tonight.
We were, apparently, besides ruining Facebook, we ruined Blog Bash apparently because there was no award ceremony, from what I hear, at the annual gathering up at the RNC.
And if anybody's actually interested in this,
nobody really cares. It's just us.
Gene Baradelli ruined some award thing called Blog Bash.
Whatever, nobody cares.
But if you look it up you can Google it on the internet, and you'll see what Gene did.
Actually, you can look it up at www.behindenemylinesradio.us, and you see how Russell got a scalp out of the CPAC last year at that gathering of bloggers. And apparently, I broke Facebook just now in tagging people and promoting the show. I was told by someone who I tagged that the tag came in 30 times over. So I tagged like 100 people in one posting times 30, carry the one. It was a lot of tags. So Facebook screwed up, but I get penalized. I don't know how that works. It's the American way. It's the American way. Yeah. Matt Fairley. You see Matt Fairley in the chat room saying, I got 20 emails from Facebook from you tagging me. 20, he says. It wasn't me, Matt. It was Facebook that did it. I only tagged you once.
Yeah, sure, Gene.
Wow. You seriously? You going to go there? You're going to do that to me? You're going to do me like that?
Listen.
Okay, stop the clock.
About
3 minutes and 4 seconds into the show, Russ Gallo is blaming me for something. I'm shocked.
I've heard rumors that you're a tagging machine on Facebook. That's all I'm saying. And I don't even have Facebook, so I don't know what you're talking about with the tagging.
There was a comment to one of my many tags saying Russ needs to get Facebook. The people demand it.
Did they say get Facebook again? Because someone out there hacked me and...
We got to talk about that for a second. That's right. Someone created a fake Russ Gallo account.
It was pretty
like
damn accurate,
you're somebody or something. It was a little too accurate. It was your mom. Whatever. Listen, we got a great show today. Dan Gaynor from Newsbusters is going to take us behind enemy headlines with a few of the more hypocritical actions by the media. But before we go there, Russ Gallo, you've been away since before RNC. Doing your duty for our country with the National Guard on drill. I'm gonna be truthful about it. We always joke when you're away, but look, my event, the 200 breaststroke, is on right now.
As we're recording this show,
we're watching the Olympics right now.
And a little known fact: Gene has a bronze medal from 1986. What was it? The butterfly?
1988, and it was the 200 meter butterfly.
Bronze medal, Gene Baradelli. Look it up, folks. I know you don't believe me. Look it up.
I'm quite agile in the water. But anyway. Check out Twitter and you'll understand what that joke's about. So, listen, you've been away for a while, serving our country, drilling, whatever you do, marching in a line, all that fun stuff. I need to get your impressions of RNC, DNC, all the stuff that happened. Where do we begin with you?
I'm a little shocked at both candidates' choices, not so much Hillary, but both candidates' choices for VP. Why did Trump go with Pence?
Yeah, because he's safe.
Safe, but... What does he add?
He unifies the party because at least that's the theory. It hasn't happened.
Yeah, it hasn't.
So you can say it was wrong.
If he picked a general or somebody a little more I don't know. There's several people even a Newt Gingrich I think would have been a better choice. I don't really understand Pence.
Well, Pence can
He's
be...
an adult, he's well-spoken, and I get it.
He's the adult. That's the way I think it is. But, I tend to agree with you on that, Russ. And Kane, to me, is an indication that Hillary Clinton thinks she's got it in the bag.
Yeah, well, she's got it in the bag, and she doesn't want to share the stage with anybody. I mean...
Of significance,
he's like a bag of wet hair, that guy. Like, you ever hear him speak?
Well, I guess black politicians don't matter, though, because once again, Hillary Clinton shies away from race, even though she claims she's the queen of minorities and women and the lesbian and gay community, even though Omar Mateen's father was behind her on stage this week.
Terrorist lives matter, Gene.
Apparently terrorist votes matter as well, Russ.
Just because his son shot up a bunch of gay people at a club does not mean that he himself cannot be a huge Hillary supporter and stand behind her. I don't know why you're saying that that's wrong.
Well, clearly this isn't the major news story of the day. We're just making stuff up. That's a non-story, Russ, because the real story is that Donald Trump is saying the Second Amendment people are going to be going after Hillary Clinton.
Which,
Come on.
By the way.
Come on. Are you going to go there with this?
No, let's speak about this for 1 second.
Let's speak on this.
If anything, bro, Trump supporters are the ones that are actually being beaten. They are actually being shot. Sam Pirozzolo out in Staten Island actually had his sign burned in front of his house in which his family was sleeping.
The big T, yeah.
You know what I mean? So we got fires, we got harassment, we got people getting beaten down, and if you look at Drudge, a Trump supporter actually was shot for wearing a Trump shirt. And they're saying that Trump is inciting violence? Like, I don't get it.
Trump made all those people do that, Russ. Don't you understand? There's no such thing as responsibility. There's no such thing as personal responsibility when it comes to politics. If you wear that Trump hat, you are inciting me to punch you. Don't you know? That's how it works. You don't know that's how it works?
But get back to the terrorist father for a minute.
Yes, let's.
Why is Hillary wrong for having that man in the audience?
Okay.
Would Trump have gotten a pass for that guy?
Did he get a pass for David Duke? He definitely didn't get a pass for David Dukes.
So our racist is wrong, their racist is a non-story.
It's a non-story. But the reason why... but isn't it more of a story, Russ, because he got into camera view within feet of Hillary Clinton?
And you cannot, for those of you guys who think that the crowds that appear... for those of you guys who think that the crowd behind a candidate just happens to randomly be picked, guess again. Those people are handpicked by the advanced party people of the politicians that are speaking. And the Democrats and the Republicans both do the same thing. They want to get a nice, diverse crowd. They were like, oh, look, an Arab guy. Let's put him back there. And it just so turned out to be
Mateen's father. And by the way, why has nobody been fired from the Clinton campaign for doing that? Why can't they just say, "Hey,
are you kidding me?
That
right
was
now?
dumb.
Bro, wait a minute. Are you kidding
fired
me?
The guy.
Are you kidding?
Well, think of it this way:
Benghazi. Who was fired for Benghazi?
Nobody.
Who was fired for anything that's ever happened in the Obama administration?
Nobody. However, and let's give Donald Trump some credit here. When the whole Melania Trump speech scandal with the 50 words that Michelle Obama used in her speech, and she emulated those words and may have lifted them, the staffer admitted, hey, I did that. That's on me. If you want to fire me, go ahead. And to Trump's credit, he said, you admitted your mistake, move on. That didn't even happen here. We don't know who the advance team was here. We don't know the Secret Service agent that didn't do their job here. I mean, there's a huge difference there in how issues were handled.
Well, Hillary Clinton has yet to even admit that there was a problem with this.
Hillary Clinton has yet to even admit that she lied about her emails.
But they haven't disavowed the endorsement. They haven't said that it was a mistake for the guy to be there. Nothing from the Hillary camp on this yet. So,
well, listen, we got a comment in the chat room. During our live shows, Tuesdays at 10 p.m. on Spreaker, we run a live chat room at www.behind-enemy-lines-radio.us. Click on the Listen Live button, and you can join in on the fun. It's free, it's fun, it's for everyone. The comment says that someone probably has been fired, but is unlikely to make the news. Yet with Donald Trump, it was nothing but news for 24 hours. Why the double standard then? I don't get that.
And just getting back to the chat room, guys, if you're listening in, you should definitely log into the chat room and talk. We have confirmed 3 budding relationships that have started from this chat room, 2 of which are heterosexual. So
what?
We accept everybody. Come on
in.
Sign into the chat. Yes. You haven't been checking the emails, Jim.
I haven't been checking the emails. I'm glad you're on top of this.
We're invited to 2 straight weddings and a gay wedding.
Oh, and a commitment ceremony. That's fantastic. Oh, so actually, we're in the People's Republic of New York. That's actually a marriage ceremony now. That's really cool.
But for that 3rd wedding, we have to go as you're my +1. So, all right, what it is.
Congratulations, Mike Tracy. But anyway, Shout out to Mike, by the way, who's being deployed soon. We love you. We're just kidding. We know you're not
By
like
the way,
that.
Mike, this is heard like across a bunch of southern states.
Yeah, so don't worry about it too much.
That's kind of crazy.
Anyway.
All right, Gene, thanks.
Lots of inside jokes tonight.
Gene, another friendship.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I do. I blame me for everything. By the way, shout out to our newest station, WDDQ 92.1 FM in Adel, Georgia, near the Florida-Georgia line. Picking up a lot of areas down there, pal. It's getting really cool as part of Red Nation Rising Radio. Welcome, guys. We love you. Don't do that. We like these people. We want them to stick with us.
First of all, I'm a Texan at heart. I don't know about you.
You own a cowboy hat.
I own a cowboy hat. I can't stand New York. The people down south, those are my people.
Oh, my goodness. So, if you want to write Russ Gallo about any of the comments that he's making, whether you're from New York or down south, there's a little contact us button at www.behindthemilionsradio.us. Check it out and click on it for us.
Well, as Gene sips on his Froca Mocha cappuccino with extra frap.
I'm drinking New York Jack and Coke, my friend. I'll admit it. He won't. Listen, so you missed the RNC, you missed the DNC.
What happened there? Because
did you see that they built a wall? They built a wall around the stadium where they were holding the DNC. They built a very large fence to keep the common folk out.
Oh, so you actually had to have credentials to get into their.
You needed ID to get in as well.
But poor people can't afford ID.
Well, apparently these aren't poor people. They're the DNC. They're not poor.
Are you kidding me? So they weren't going to let people in without ID?
Well, they weren't going to.
Who does Hillary think she is?
I know. Seriously, that's racist. That's racist right there.
Wow.
And not only did they have a wall outside, they had a wall inside, which people first mentioned on the first day, and then they changed it to a clear wall so it wouldn't be picked up by the cameras, which was funny as hell. And this will really get you going. There was no American flag on stage the first day at the DNC.
That makes sense to me.
Makes sense. They don't like America anyway.
So what's up with this Gold Star father, Mr. Khan?
Wow, we're really doing rapid fire radio tonight.
I'm catching up. I have a month of news to make up for in an hour.
Well, it looks like he may be connected to the Clinton campaign. His son was killed overseas, and Trump was Trump and made some comments.
Whoa!
Say the comments
Trump picked this guy out of a hat and just made comments about him?
I'm sure he did. Yeah, because that's what Trump does.
So where did this guy come from?
You know what? It's been so long ago, I don't even remember.
He was a speaker at the DNC. So if this guy wants to get political, he throws his hat into the arena. You don't get protected status because your son was killed overseas. Listen, we feel for you, and God bless your son's service. But you don't get protected status where you can just bash a candidate and not get any blowback. Sorry.
It's true.
Mr. Khan.
Wow. We getting racist up in here tonight. Russ Gallo is back.
That's not racist at all.
I know, I'm just playing it up. I'm trying to get the listeners up, pal. That's what I'm trying to do.
So you're saying racism sells.
Check with the DNC. Look how many people covered it and were in it. Of course it does. So many. I mean, listen. You want to talk about the tennis ball theory of politics? Like you say, we're going rapid fire right now, shooting it back and forth.
But the tennis ball theory holds true even in this election. I mean, look at Hillary. Every day it's something else. She still can't admit a damn thing about the emails. She actually lied the other day and said that FBI Director Comey
said I didn't lie.
Said that everything she said was right. And then they just played clips of exactly what he said, and it's the exact opposite.
And then
what did she say she had? Her brain short-circuited.
Short-circuit.
So that's the new... Yeah, my brain short-circuited.
Yeah,
I don't know
number
what I was
5
saying.
alive over here. For those of you who grew up in the 80s, you know what I'm talking about.
My brain short-circuited.
Yeah, I don't get it. She lives in her own reality.
Who do you want answering the phone, Gene, at 3 o'clock in the morning? The 70-year-old great-grandmother whose brain short-circuits every once in a while?
Or the guy who says, why can't we nuke them 3 times in a briefing on national security?
Yeah, right. Listen, Trump has his flaws, too.
Okay, well, listen, I'm glad you admit it, but I look at this election as bad versus worse. Is that fair to say?
I'd say yes, and it's unfortunate because it didn't have to be this way. I mean, besides, put the other candidates aside, like Cruz and all these other guys that a lot of us wanted. Trump could have still been an awesome candidate, and he still can be. But he's got to slow down.
So make Trump great again, Russ. How do you do it?
Trump's got to be Trump. So I don't like when he reads these prepared statements.
But does he have to be Trump on 9 or Trump on 4?
He's got to be Trump on like a 6 or 7. When he's Trump on 10, he's dangerous. Because I really truly believe he goes out there with no show prep and just starts rambling. He's got to do some prep. have some notes, bullet points on a